Hello, gorgeous gals. Let me just crack this open. I've got the Ghost Original. I just need a little pick me up before we get into chit-chatting. I wanted to do like a sit-down style video for this to feel like we're chatting together. I wanted to give my tips on how I started, what helped me, how I stayed motivated. I started lifting in 2017. It's been very up and down, which is normal for everyone's fitness journeys. Just keep that in mind. Like, it's not gonna be insanely smooth every time. Like, you're gonna have days where you don't feel like going, days where you're not hitting your protein goal, or you didn't have a good workout, or you had to take time off. All of those are completely normal, happens to all of us. Put before and after photos. Also a trainer over on the Grounds app, so if you want access to any of my programs or any of the other trainer programs, food tracking, period tracking, water intake tracking, and a community tab to help motivate each other and connect with other girlies that love the gym as well. I'll have the link down below, code Bailey. It does help support me and get you a free trial. Yeah, I remember when I first started lifting, I was terrified of the gym. I bought a barbell from Walmart that went up to 100 pounds and started doing my workouts at home, kind of getting a feel for the movements. Obviously, I was still a beginner. My form wasn't the best, but it made me feel a little bit more comfortable stepping into a gym. And I know it can be very intimidating at first, but one of the tips I'd love to give if, again, you're a little anxious to go to the gym, one, a reminder that everyone's pretty much focused on themselves, what they're doing. The majority of the people at the gym are very kind, and if you do feel like you need help with a movement, I guarantee that you could ask someone and they would love to help out. So again, I know the gym, especially some videos that you see online, can make the gym feel scary, but I promise you it is not. One thing I would love to do is I'd love to go scope out on the treadmill, walk for a little bit and scope out where everything is. Or if you're just signing up to a gym, ask them to give you a tour, kind of show you where the equipment is and how to easily navigate through the gym. For me, I would always walk on the treadmill, get an idea of where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do, where I need to be. Also, I would usually go to a corner where no one was. I'd feel a lot more comfortable doing my workouts over there, not feeling like all eyes are on me. And then once I built up my confidence, I was able to kind of easily move around the gym. But again, don't let the fear of what others might think stop you from starting your journey. And I promise you, most of the people in the gym are just focused on themselves. They're not focusing on what you're doing. That's what helped me. So step one, figure out your goals. Do you want to build muscle? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? What type of workouts do you like? What type of workouts do you want to do? It's really important to establish your goals and what you want to achieve. That way you can come up with a plan that best fits and is how you can actually make those results. So if you're looking to build muscle, you're going to want a program that incorporates progressive overload, and make sure you are challenging yourself. Make sure you have the right rep ranges, sets, workout movements, all to achieve the goals you want. But it's also important to keep in mind what style of workouts you enjoy. I think finding the workout that you like helps keep you on track. If you absolutely hate Pilates, don't incorporate Pilates to your routine. If you like yoga, start incorporating yoga into your routine. If you hate weightlifting, I would say definitely still find time to incorporate workouts you enjoy, because if you're only doing something you don't enjoy, it's going to make it harder to stay accountable, stay motivated. So it's so important to find a program that you actually like doing and want to show up for. Now, granted, there are days that, like, I love weightlifting, but there are days I don't want to go. If like I absolutely loathe lifting and I'm never gonna like this, I would probably find myself skipping the gym a lot more. So I think it's important to continue, like, yes, you can make results, but make sure you're also doing the styles of workouts that you actually love doing. I feel like that's the best way to keep you motivated. Once you establish your goals, it's so important to have a structured workout program to meet those goals. Step two, find a workout program that best fits your goal. So if you're just going in the gym, kind of doing different workouts every time, you're not gonna be able to properly progressive overload in the movements. And for muscle growth especially, it's so important to be doing the same routine every week, and each time trying to up your weight or sets or time under tension or amount of reps. That is progressive overload, and that's the best way to see results. So even though it can feel a bit repetitive and you're like, should I really be doing this every week? Yes. Yes, you should. If your goal, say, to grow your glutes, have more lower body days than upper body, 2 maybe 3 leg days a week, and then 2 upper body days. Usually do a glutes and quads and then a glutes and hamstrings day. So here's my workout structure. I like to warm up with dynamic stretching before. This is super important for upper body and lower body days to warm up the muscles. And then I like to begin with 2 to 3 compound movements, and these are where I really push myself and try to go a little bit heavier. So I always start with hip thrusts or RDLs, sumo deadlifts, leg press, squats. As someone trying to build muscle, I aim for around 10 reps. I try to pick a weight that challenges me in that rep range. 3 to 4 sets for my compound lifts, resting for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then I'll do 1 to 2 unilateral and isolation movements to end the workout. Sometimes I will do a little bit of a higher rep, lighter weight in these movements. Unilateral movements are great, especially if you have an imbalance. I have scoliosis, so my left side is weaker than my right side. So certain unilateral movements, I can't go as heavy because of that imbalance, but training unilateral movements really does help to build up that weaker muscle, and you can do higher reps, a little bit heavier weight on the weaker side to catch it up. That's usually my split. That's what I find works best for me. Also, when you are making your weekly schedule, make sure it is a time that works for your schedule. If you're picking a time that you know is going to be the hardest to get in the gym, it's just going to be more likely that you end up not going. So really try to sit down, figure out what time you have most available and would be able to be most consistent with every day of the week for your workouts. Work a 9 to 5, maybe after the gym or maybe before. Obviously, if you like to sleep in, don't want to wake up early, it's probably more ideal. You'll probably make it to the gym more if you pick time after work. But it's so important to have a structured program, not just show up in the gym doing different things every time, especially if you want to see results. Step 3, which is my favorite, picking out a cute gym fit really does help motivate me to get my booty to the gym, because I swear if I don't feel like my outfit's cute or I'm not like my makeup looks good or my hair, like I swear I will have the worst workout ever, or I'll just find it a lot harder to get myself to go. Sometimes I'll end up skipping. Like, I kid you not, the power of a cute gym fit and putting on makeup for the gym, unbeatable. I wanted to share with you guys some of my all-time favorite activewear. If you're looking for some cute new gym fits to keep you motivated, I love Define Impact. Like, if you're wanting your booty cheeks to look so good, you like a seamless fabric like under glute compression, have shorter glutes, and like a mid-rise, I feel like you would love Define Impact. 3-tiered cut and sew waistband, no front seam. We don't do front seams here, okay? I really don't wear any leggings that have a front seam anymore, so don't worry, I'm not gonna show you any that have that. It's a V-seam, so especially if you have short glutes, it'll hit right at the top of the glutes, making the butt look so perky at the top. Whereas when it doesn't have a V-seam, like the waistband just kind of goes back into the leggings, I feel like your glutes don't look as perky. If you have longer glutes, these might not work for you. Define Dynamic would probably be a better option because you'll have more glute space. This won't hit as short, but I have short glutes, so I friggin' love Define Impact. The under glute compression, so it goes into a stretchier fabric in the glute pocket area, tighter all the way down the leg to really lift. And we've got a 4-way invisible stretch scrunch, so not super in your face. Like if you're someone you don't like a scrunch, you don't want it way up in your crack, I feel like you'd really like this scrunch. It's very subtle but still prevents unibutt but doesn't go way up in there. Leggings are a shorter inseam though if you are a taller girly. They also have a 6.5 and 4.5. I do extra small as someone who likes a tight fit, and I usually size for my waist, not my glutes. Code Bailey for all of these brands I'm about to show you. If you didn't know, if you're new here, I am non-exclusive, so I do work with a ton of different brands. I'm very picky on the brands I work with though and have a code with. But these are all of my favorite brands that I've tried. One of my favorite brands that I feel like they've kind of like fallen off a bit. Like I feel like they've kind of gone ghost a bit, but I genuinely think that they could be so big if they had more drops. Like they haven't had a drop in a long time. If they tweaked these a little bit, but if you have longer glutes but want that under glute compression lift, I think you would love Lazuli Scrunch Sculpt. They're high rise too, so if you don't like a mid-rise like Impact, these are high rise for the high rise girlies, but you have a longer glute pocket area for the longer glute girlies. Now I have short glutes, so I do get a bit of extra fabric at the top, but I still really like these. I think these give the best side profile lift because you've got that compression going right here, right under the glutes, so it compresses all of the under thigh and lifts and kind of pushes it out, whereas sometimes if the compression only comes right here, you get this weird bulge effect where it's kind of like giving, like it's pushing it up and down rather than just pushing it all up. Has a thinner scrunch too, a little bit more invasive if you want it way up in the cheeks. These are the first under glute compression leggings I ever tried and I fell in love. Also, still with Lazuli, if you're not an under glute compression girl, you like a more simple legging but still want it to hold up throughout your workouts, I 10 out of 10 recommend the V-seam. Now it does run big, so I would size down, but if you'd like a lower compression, you'd probably love true to size. But this one, again, it's got a short V-seam, so still insanely flattering on the glutes. None of these, oh, here we go, is high rise, but lower tummy control. That's why I would say size down. But there's no scrunch, so again, not a super in your face, but still insanely flattering because it has a short glute seam and short V-seam. And then you've got this shading right here. This is not compression, just shading. My third favorite legging, the Buff Bunny Miracle. I have helped design these with a design team. It's a stretchy, seamless fabric, no front seam, with a short V-seam and short glute seam, so no scrunch. So it's not like you have a thick scrunch, very visible, so it just separates the glutes but isn't way in your face. And then you've got a shorter ribbed compression right under the glutes. We are working on samples to make it hit a little bit lower, kind of like Lazuli, to push it all up, because you do kind of get a bulge effect, not as bad as Pump that I showed in a second with this, but still insanely flattering. Like these make your glutes look so good. If you like a higher, why is the lens so, the lighting is so weird. Under glute compression, not as in your face as like Define Impact. High tummy control, high rise if you're looking for that. We have ALPHALETE Pump, which is their first ever under glute compression legging. So it could still use a few tweaks, but in terms of all of ALPHALETE's bottoms, these are the best they've ever done, and I do really like the shorts. They kind of did a similar scrunch to Define, so it doesn't go insanely up in the cheeks, but gives glute separation. Has under glute compression right here, but I do feel like it could be tighter, and I feel like this, again, should have come lower and been a stretchier, thinner fabric in the glute pocket area. Be more like the other under glute compression brands, because when it's too thick, and thick right here pushing it up, it kind of compresses, but I still really like these. And again, they're high rise, very, very nice quality seamless fabric too. I feel like if you loved Amplify, you would love Pump. I feel like I've been yapping about activewear for way too long in this video, so I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. There's so much I could go over, but I love Crop Shop Boutique bras. I love itty bitty bras. I love Define bras, like the Define Impact Strappy. Like, oh, she's so dainty, and as an IBTC girl, I love this style. Sandy bra from ALPHALETE, their best structured seamless bra they've done while still being itty bitty. I love the Define meet and greet tops. My Buff Bunny long sleeve curve crop. Literally, this is my favorite top ever. I did design this in my collab with Buff Bunny, and I really, really, really need these to come back because they are my favorite tops ever. I mean, I'm biased, but I wear these with pretty much every outfit, and I just think it's such a good top. You can also wear it out, butter fabric, but like the curved design is so cute. We need more. ALPHALETE push tank. Like, I love a meet and greet. I love an itty bitty moment. Like, that's my vibe. A bolero. You pair a bolero with an outfit, you're instantly a muscle mommy. But yeah, that's my vibe. Those are my favorite brands. Honor's good too. I love their soft motion, but I love Navigation scrunch shorts, but that's pretty much it for Navigation. Crop Shop Boutique, I love. They're just so pricey. But yeah, that's, again, I just feel like when my favorite part of the day is picking out a cute gym fit. I love mix and matching. I just feel like when you have a set on that makes you feel so confident, I feel like you push yourself more, you want to go to the gym. So those are just some of my favorite outfits to wear, my favorite brands. So again, code Bailey will save you 10% off. Step 4 is nutrition. The kitchen is just important as the gym. So not only does your workout program hugely impact your results, so does what you eat. Also, depending on your goals is going to depend on your nutrition. Obviously, eating healthy foods is what everyone should be doing, but your caloric intake also depends on your goals, whether you are wanting to lose weight, wanting to maintain, or wanting to gain weight. Now, I am notorious for eating out. If you are notorious for eating out, don't like cooking, really recommend meal prepping, or at least finding foods at your favorite places that are a bit of a healthier option. Usually on Sundays, I go to the grocery store and meal prep. If I know it's gonna be a busier week, I find that it's super helpful just to have the meals already in the fridge, ready to grab, heat up. Whereas if it's a busy week and I don't have anything already prepared, most likely I'm going to eat out, which isn't usually always the healthiest option, which is okay. I'm all about balance, 100%. I love a sweet treat every day. I love me some chilies, but all about balance and everything in moderation. But I really think meal prepping is such a great way to help picking a day of the week where you want to stock up on fresh groceries and make sure you are getting in high protein diet if you're wanting to build muscle. You're getting in your fruits and veggies. I always try to structure my meals based off protein. That's pretty much the main, calories and protein are the main thing I track. I'm not really a big carbs, fats tracker. I'll be honest, it's just not me. I like to track my protein and my calories just to make sure I am going into a surplus and to make sure I am hitting my protein goal. Now, I try to eat, as someone wanting to build muscle, my body weight in grams of protein. Pinterest is such a great place to find meal inspos and high protein meal inspos. That's usually where I get all of mine from. I also feel like when I eat cleaner, have my fruits and veggies, I feel more energized and more motivated to stay on track. Step 5, rest days. Rest days are so important. Luckily, I love a rest day. If you're someone who doesn't love a rest day, you always feel like you have to be at the gym or doing something, while you can have active rest days, just make sure you are resting and not training the same muscle group too often, or else you're gonna be overworking your muscles and you're not gonna be giving them time to heal. And I've actually noticed more growth when I do take more rest days than when I'm not. Rest days helps keep me more motivated to go to the gym, because I feel like, okay, I've rested a day and now I'm like itching to go back. Whereas I feel like if I'm going nonstop, there's gonna be a point where I'm like, I don't wanna go anymore. So I feel like not only are the rest days, one, needed, like you need your rest days, girlies, but also I feel like it's a great way to kind of like refresh, get that motivation back to go to the gym. I just feel more excited to go back and do my workouts. Also have active rest days, go for a bike ride, a hot girl walk, do some stretching. Step 6, never needed, is supplements. So again, supplements are never needed. It is something I do and have taken for years throughout my fitness journey, and these are the products that I just love. And one, creatine. Creatine monohydrate. It's the most studied supplement. Helps with performance and recovery. I take 1 scoop of creatine every day, even on rest days. It's so important to make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water when you're taking creatine. It pulls water into your muscles, so helps build muscle, recovery, helps with performance. I'm also a big protein gal. Now I wanna get it in my diet through food as well, but I do kind of slack in that area. And again, supplements are never to replace, and you should still be getting in protein throughout your diet with foods. But if you're like me and you do struggle to hit your protein goal with your meals, I personally find it really helpful to add in a protein shake after my workouts. I also like to mix my creatine in with my protein shake, get 2 in 1 done. And I just found that that's what helps me the most. And I love protein shakes, so for me, it's pretty easy to get it in, especially with Ghost Clear Whey. Like, I'm a Clear Whey girly. If you're someone who doesn't like a thick, creamy, chocolatey protein shake, I feel like you'd really like Clear Whey, which is more of like juice, like you're drinking a Gatorade with protein. Like that's the vibe Clear Whey is. You mix it with ice and water and it's very refreshing, not thick, creamy, chocolatey. Ghost Strawberry Watermelon, I've gotten so many people on that flavor because it is hands down the best Clear Whey I've ever had. 25 grams of protein, 110 calories. And you mix it with ice water, super easy, blends really well. And genuinely the best tasting Clear Whey I've ever had. And so I love chugging that with creatine after my workouts. If you're looking to build muscle, gain weight, it's also beneficial. Like sometimes I'll mix up a really heavy, this one's more of a thick, creamy one, like Ghost Chips Ahoy, peanut butter or Nutter butter. And you mix it in with like oats, protein granola, milk, peanut butter, chia seeds, like banana. You make a really thick one to get in more calories if you are looking to gain weight. I find it easiest to have like a heavier calorie protein shake to kind of help me get to my calorie goal. Those are my tips that have helped keep me motivated and stayed on track. And I hope this was helpful for all the girlies that are wanting to start their fitness journey, or maybe you're already in it but just want some advice on how to stay motivated. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see my girlies in my next video. Bye.